Hi. How you
What's
doing?
up?
How you doing, bro? How you
I
doing?
am slightly tired, but outside of that, I'm doing okay.
Oh, come on, man. Why you tired? You're the GD
Oh, I'm
goat.
just
You're the GD goat. You're not supposed to be tired.
how? Why?
I don't know, bro. I mean, Zoink is at it, bro. He grinds the shit every day. So I guess you should too. Nah, just kidding. How you doing, man? How's your day been so far?
Well, I got Mona Magistus in 3 runs and did one section off nullscapes twice in a row for the first time, so that was nice.
Before I start doing this whole like question. Have you seen the both cookies have been exposed as faking their
Yes.
nullscapes? The
Yeah.
since you do per minute in. Why am I fumbling already? It's been
You're all good.
so since you play nullscapes, like basically, like
Mhm.
you want to become like the first victor. I'm gonna say technical wise. I don't know. Maybe you want to be, maybe you don't. What is your
Yeah, I am not.
what is your take on it? On them faking it?
So I will say, first of all, I am not really going for first victor. I just like the level. Secondly, to be honest, with the mobile cookie progress, it was like,
Expected.
yeah, that was just kind of it. Like I didn't really have a lot of thoughts other than like, oh, that's cool, someone's doing it. And then it is disappointing to see, but I don't mean this in a bad way. I don't really think I got affected by that too much.
I mean,
Whereas the other cookie, the one who was like, yeah, cookie is mine,
uh,
it was the fact that their progress came out really fast. And the fact that they got 48 to 100 supposedly in like the same attempt count as I got it, and it was like, oh cool, someone's like matching my progress speed. That's very nice. And then the 33 to 100 came out, and it was like,
yeah, I mean that's logical.
can't lie, little bit envious because I really struggle with runs to 100 in general, and just seeing someone, because it's not really out of the norm to see people just casually get runs to 100 for me anymore, and I wasn't really bothered to look into them because Cookie as mine was already a player. I was like, yep, they're really good at the game. I didn't really, you know.
Nah. Are you mentally healthy? I definitely have not stolen this question from Ben because he keeps asking every single person. So, are you?
Uh, just generally, or as a result from like the nullscape stuff, I don't
Uh,
know.
in general, I mean, no Scape's conversation ended. Just you.
Yeah. Probably not. I mean, if you mean neurological, I mean, I do have autism. That is something. That is a neurological disability I have. But like, even excluding that,
I
can't
mean,
lie, it could be going better. But
yeah, I
you
mean,
know.
everything will go better.
You know, I'm getting like therapy and shit like that. We thug it out. You know how it is.
Why is it like? Is there something like traumatic that's happened to you that you need
No,
therapy?
nothing traumatic. Just like feeling that's been getting worse and worse over time.
Gotcha.
I'm just trying to sort it out before it gets to a point where it's
But
really bad.
but it's like it. I'm not whiskey no more. I'm crazy kid. '06.
Crazy. Okay, I see how it is.
I mean, I don't know. What was your first interaction with Geometry there? Give, give me
Uh,
give me that summary of how you came to this goddamn cube game.
I so my memory of like how I initially got into it is a little hazy, but there is one memory that I always do say because it's one of my earliest, which was in primary school. This was like after school club thing where people would just like fuck around and do whatever, and some kid brought in his, I think it was an iPad, and
What a
there was a
flex.
circle forming, and they were all taking turns playing 9 circles and seeing how far they could get, and no one could do the ship. Like no one got past the ship. It was so funny to look back on, but that's one of the earliest points of when I remember the game.
I mean, that's nice. Also, I saw someone ask, "How did you swap from Super Mario Maker 2 to Geometry Dash?" This is, I don't know if
So
this
it
reference.
is.
Okay, it's referencing to you. Gotcha.
Yeah. Also, just want to say for reference, I apologize if at any point I interrupt you. Sometimes I'm not really good at identifying the end of a statement.
Me
but-
too. Me too. This
Yeah.
happens way too much because we'll both, like, I don't know if you're a hyperactive talker, but like when I'm trying to finish a sentence, sometimes I've like, oh yeah, I gotta say this quickly before I forget it. You know. So it's
Yeah.
basically both of us. We're gonna interrupt. It just it sounds good bound to happen.
Yeah. But yeah, so what happened with Mario Maker 2, it was two things, one of which was kind of unfortunate, one of which was, I mean, they're both kind of unfortunate to be honest. One was that I just genuinely started getting bored off the game, and it was a shame because I actually really liked Mario Maker 2, but the problem was, compared to Geometry Dash, the editor just feels so limited, and by comparison, there really isn't actually that much you're able to do with it. And the second thing, which was probably the bigger factor, was my Switch became really hard to play on because for those who aren't aware, I was primarily a handheld player for Mario Maker 2, and my Switch started getting this problem where even in handheld mode, my Joy-Cons, or like in handheld mode rather, my Joy-Cons would just disconnect all the time. Like there was, even if they were just fully slid in, they would just keep disconnecting, and then I tried to get it fixed, didn't happen,
Stick drift.
and it was just like the nail in the coffin.
Sounds like stick drift nuggle. What?
Because
I feel like someone's on my door, but like yeah.
oh yeah, but yeah, yeah, because like I didn't want to like go from handheld to normal play because or I say normal play, but like you know what I mean, like the way I streamed it on, which was like having the Joy-Con separated, having the Switch in the dock, and then using my capture card to record in that way. I was worse playing like that, and it was just I just didn't want to go through with that, especially considering I was already getting bored of the game. So I just kind of moved on. But I'm thankful for my time. Mario Maker community is genuinely like it's one of the best communities I've ever been in. Like everyone there was super nice, and like there was a streamer there called like Tarancho Shoujo, I think. I hope she's doing okay. I haven't seen her in a while, but she is the person who taught me how to do mid-airs in the original Mario Maker, and B, the person who actually got me to affiliate, because I rated her when I had like 38 followers, and I was just talking about like my grind to affiliate, and then because she had like a fairly large community, and she just like started encouraging her viewers to like hop on and help me out, and then eventually because of her I ended up reaching the goal of 50 and then got affiliate from that.
Wait, so you're like a Twitch verified, right?
What?
Are you a Twitch verified affiliate? Because I know there's two. I know there's one where like you can start getting subs, and second one it's like a verified affiliate.
Yeah, one is affiliate, one is partner. I'm affiliate, but I'm not partner.
How much viewers do you need to get partner? Like 70 now or 75?
It's 75. I think I have the requirements. I just haven't applied yet.
Yeah. What was your first big achievement you've had in GD?
Fuck. Okay, because this could be like. There's so many things this could be, because there were so many things I felt proud of.
I mean, I can split it in two things: your first biggest and now biggest. Just to kind of separate it, because like picking one is like I have a million marbles. Huh? That's kind of insane.
Because are you okay if I actually go through multiple examples? Because there's a couple of things I should probably mention.
Trust me, I have 2 hours, bro. If you want to see for 2 hours, bro, I'm down.
Yeah.
Because I did not expect for people to ask so many questions. I was like, if we were gonna supposed to do this in an hour, bro, it's impossible. We're gonna have to do like part 1, part 2.
I mean, I can like if we don't have enough time today, we can like do another one later at some point.
I mean, I think we're gonna rush through this.
Yeah. But yes. There was beating Clutterfunk, for example. That was a big one because other than Time Machine, I feel like that's one of the biggest roadblocks. I fluked X-Step, and I felt insane for fluking because I didn't die past like what some people would call the memory section, even though it really isn't just memory. Just felt like that when you're younger. There's First Demon, Platinum Adventure. That was a big one. I discovered it through one of those like top 5 easiest demons in the game type videos, and I thought, why not? This level seems cool. Let me beat it, and then I did. And then afterwards, you had the classic, the Nightmare, the Lightning Rod. And then I don't remember my fourth was, but my fifth was Problematic, and I didn't beat Club Step until number 13. The last, yeah, the last and hardest, not the last, the hardest level I beat in 2.0 was something called the White Knife, which is currently the only level I beat in 2.0, which is currently rated a medium demon. It was one of those levels that I just found randomly on the feature tab, and I thought to myself, this is cool, I want to beat this. And then I did. I don't know what to tell you. Like, it was just, to this day, I still like doing that. I just like fucking around, seeing if I find random levels and then playing them if I like them, because I think,
Yeah, I mean,
uh,
I could imagine, dude. I could imagine it. Like,
and there's, overcoming Rebellion was my first hard demon. That was a big step because it was the first time I beat like a tier. This was back when Rebellion was hard demon. Because obviously when I beat the White Knife, it was 2.0, so everything was just demon. And then from that point on, I went on to beat stuff like Procyon Naos, which is another random hard demon that I really like, and Astronaut 13, which I considered my hardest for quite a while. That was probably the last level I beat in like what I would consider my casual era, where I didn't really take the game too seriously. And then one day I just decided, fuck it, you know what? I want to try and get good. And then I did things like I set myself up a spreadsheet of a bunch of insane demons of like roughly how hard they were, and I would like spin a wheel and see which ones I got. I beat stuff like Acropolis, Exploring Space, Rupture, Pen, which probably should be hard demon. But then came Misty Mountains, which is still my second longest grind on Extreme. Actually, it might even be. It is my longest still because it took over 4 months, whereas Anathema just took like
whoa,
4 months on the dot. It was my first Extreme, and I played it on and off. To be fair,
same.
but yeah,
I could say the same thing about Idols. Like, it technical wise, it took me 8 months, but like on and off wise, it's like 2.5.
yeah.
Like,
Misty Mountains was also the level that made me switch from mobile to PC because unfortunately, I mean, it's both fortunate and unfortunate because who knows where I'd be if this wasn't the case. My phone got to a point where it was unplayable, and it wasn't because of the game, it's because it deteriorated. It was old, and it got to the point where it would lag on every level. I could open a blank level and get lag spikes. And it was one of those mobile devices, some other mobile players might be familiar with this, where normally your input delay is pretty good, but if you get a lag spike, it actually changes your input delay, and the only way to fix it would be to pause and unpause. And trying to beat fucking anything doing that was obnoxious. So I ended up just making the switch. And then after another little while, I ended up beating Misty, and you could probably tell by my fucking reaction how happy I was, because it was the first, big step. And then that was 4 years ago, and now I'm here.
That's
Or
insane.
is it 4 years? Almost 4 years ago.
It's insane. That is. I mean, that's like a very long journey. Like,
Yeah, I mean, like, I've been playing the game for 10 years, and my casual era was like 6 years. But then 4 years is how long I've been really taking the game seriously. How long I've decided, you know what, I want to try to get good, and then grinding my way up. You know.
on the same fact of your achievements, what is your damn, I took least and least favorite level that you've beaten or played?
Beaten or played. Do you
Yeah.
want them as two separate categories, or do you want them as...
Just like one level that like you enjoy the most, one level you don't enjoy. Like, it's both like
Okay.
like a favorite and like a least favorite.
It's hard to pick one favorite, but I'll say this, I have beaten about 200 extremes that are both rated and unrated. That's the combined of those two. I have given 13 levels a 10 out of 10 enjoyment, and they are as follows: Eternal Moment, Retention Rush, Dump, Goner, Old Sweat, Sunset Sandstorm, Golden Club, Nostalgia, Instinct, Convolution, Sank, Disco Inferno, and Levigo.
How much did you give Anathema then? Like, was it like 8?
Anathema was a 6.5. The problem with Anathema was that there were issues that I couldn't really fix as a verifier. Because I know that some people kind of have the mindset of like, if you don't make the level into a 10 out of 10 for yourself, you're a terrible verifier. But that's not how it works. Sometimes there are simply things that you're not able to do. And I did make Anathema a lot better in my opinion. Like the old version was like fucked, dude. But
I feel like I've seen the old version. Like, if the old version got verified, I feel like it would be like the least enjoyed. I think, if I'm not.
yeah, like by the way, just for those who aren't aware, I'm not talking about the one that was showcased in the initial big showcase. I'm talking about like Rory's version that I got given, which is currently on my account, named Unnerfed Anathema. And one of the biggest problems was raw gameplay. A lot of the gameplay off the level didn't suit being as hard as it was. So if I were to make it a 10 out of 10, I would have two options. I would have to either A, nerf the level to like below relevant difficulty, or two, get Microdocs to rework the gameplay, and neither of those were reasonable things to do, so I had to try to do the best with, work with what I had. And, I still enjoyed it. Like 6.5 is still a positive experience, and there's other people who clearly do really like the level, but,
Oh, this is a spicy one. Your favorite and least favorite content creator in Geometry Dash. We gotta spice this up a little bit, we gotta get a little bit drama here.
I don't know why there'd be drama. Okay, I think, because obviously I don't know too many content creators. My least favorite is like, I mean, this should be obvious. It's all those like shorts form creators. It's like, can he beat the spam challenge in 2 seconds? Like shit like that. Yeah. I'm not one who enjoys the short form stuff. I like a lot of highlights videos. I like Nepesta's stuff a lot. I like, who else? The Blue Elephant recently made an unrated appreciation like highlights video that I think is really cool.
I saw that. That shit was so good.
Yeah. I like highlights videos. I like also like some of like the documentary style stuff. And also like, I feel like we can't talk about content creators without talking about C1997 as well, because I remember
the myth, the legend, the biggest, the fucking massive. I forgot what was the lyric.
Dude, I grew up on his GD News shit, or G News as it was called. Like, oh man,
it was the only reason.
Looking back, obviously my memories are with like rose tinted glasses, but I still appreciate what it was, and he definitely did impact how much I liked the game, and it was my interest in it.
Yeah, I feel like he does like space stuff now.
Yeah, he does. He has all of his GD stuff in like an unlisted playlist, but he's like completely moved on from GD now. But good for him. Like he found something he's more passionate about. He's doing well for himself. I can respect that.
Yeah, so I mean that this track that he did on Cyclic or Silent Goes it, bro.
Yeah, I'm so fucking glad I was never into diss tracks as a kid, and I just like completely ignored all of that shit. Cause like, fuck, I even now I don't like diss tracks. I
mean, I will say I agree with like some are good, but some are just like if they're like personal attacks, it's kind of pointless. Like
yeah,
Biasty, Euphoria is by Kendrick has got to be like the best response. It's not gonna like. No,
sorry, go ahead.
That's all I'm gonna say is like that's like the perfect definition of like song and beef at the same time.
Kendrick, I actually haven't listened to that much. I listened to like half of To Pimp a Butterfly. I know there's a lot of people who are passionate about different kinds of music, and before I say this, I just want to make sure that people are aware that people have different tastes. But I thought it was all right. Like, I know there's some people who think it's like the best thing ever, and that's, I'm not going to blame you for that. But for me, it was kind of a mixed bag. There were some songs I didn't really like. There were some songs I really liked.
I mean, it's kind of something what Tyler, the creator, said. Is if you can't just say like your favorite like musician or like rapper is like Tupac because you're now fucking 50 or 60. you're fucking 19, 20, bro. Like, pick someone that just recently came out. Like you can't fake it, you know. Like it's not fake it till you
Honestly,
make it.
yeah.
It's like
I
if
think
you
I
don't
think
like
it's
something,
fine to think of old artists as like your favorite. Honestly, I'm actually quite a big fan of older music as well. Like I like a lot of like 80s pop.
Beethoven, bro, he was at the top of his game.
They were
Bro.
onto something. They were onto something. Yeah.
They knew something before us. They knew all of it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Uh,
a
can
topic
you quickly give me
that's
a second? Sorry, I
yeah,
just want to
for sure,
check on my cats.
for sure. If you're enjoying this interview by a bit, please like and subscribe. It's not because I'm trying to advertise this. I'm just having fun. You know, this is not supposed to the one guy that keeps saying that this is too low edited, too low stuff. I mean, this is I mean, not really one take. It's just we're having fun, goofing around. You ask questions, I answer, and yeah, I just complain about one guy. That's it. So I'm gonna say something to you that you're gonna really despise. So what made you become the spam guy?
Oh God.
This is I'm not kidding.
Oh.
This is asked. So I asked on Twitter, 250 comments. Half of them were just spam guy, always the spam guy. So like, what's up with the spam guy? Like, I mean, I know there's a clip of you, or like multiple clips of you, just like doing like
Yeah,
impressive spams.
this is the problem is that there are so many people who will like repost my spam clip, and I don't. It's not really the reposting that I mind because I don't like. Obviously, it's like, wow, this is a player I really like. I want to share his stuff, and it's like that's all fine and dandy. But the problem is the impression it creates. People who think I'm the best spam player, and then the actual spam players who assume that I'm encouraging it and then resent me for that.
Uh,
I want to make it clear that I am not the one who is actively trying to be quote unquote the spam guy. That's all other people. I like spam. I do it a lot just because it's things that I like. I do it in levels and list demons because sometimes I find it easier to spam where others don't. But I don't really want to be known as the spam guy. I don't want to be like the next Topi or anything like that. That's just like, nah. If you want to like assign someone as the designated spam guy, then I'd appreciate it if you like actively looked into and like who actually is the best spam player, because you've got like Look, for example. That's not me saying to Look, by the way. That's like the name of an actual player. He's fucking insane. Like he verified like the hardest spam control challenge in the game like it was fucking nothing.
yeah, I saw that. That's just congrats to him though.
Like
How long ago
the
was this?
only the only thing you could potentially argue in terms of me being the best at spam anything is me being the most versatile, because I am someone who, it's not even just like the fact that I'm a spam player while also being able to like go into all of this demon stuff. It's the type of spam, because you may or may not know this. I have a level called Double Trouble, for example, that I verified pretty quickly, and it's now, according to the spam challenges, my hardest spam challenge because no one else has actually learned the skill set for it, or is really. It's still victorless to this day, I believe.
And
And
how long ago was this released? Like,
I'd have to check, like, but yeah, it's like because that's a spam challenge where you have to control wave spam and orb spam at the same time, and it's not two-player. So the way it works is that, I mean, if you think about it, it makes sense. One form of the spam, wave spam, is controlled by the length you press the inputs, and then the other form of spam is the spacing between the inputs. Because those are two different things, you can control them individually with the same set of inputs, which I exploited to make Double Trouble. And there's also things that aren't even on the spam channel, like, for example, platformer spam. I haven't really seen many people tap into that, but that's something I can do, you know? But then, of course, other spam players have like 20 CPS is something that I can hit, but barely. I can only do it in a burst. There are a lot of spam players who can hit 20 CPS comfortably, And that is very useful because it does things like on 60 FPS, there's a specific angle that you can spam at that you can get like consistently straight. Well, I say angle and straight, but like straight up in an angle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Two, there's the fact that 20 CPS is the same amount of CPS you need to go between spikes that are next to each other in a corridor at 4 times speed in a mini wave, or like just as a wave, which means if. Do you mind watching my screen share for a second? Is that like possible?
I mean, why wouldn't it be impossible? I mean, this
I don't
is
know. I
you.
don't know the boundaries for this interview. I don't want to go overboard.
No,
But basically, what I'm getting at
the
is
only way
that
you could go overboard is if you open your camera and you're butt ass naked. That's too far.
yeah,
Anything
I'm not
else?
doing that.
Anything else is whatever.
Yeah. What
Okay.
I mean though is that say we have a corridor like this, right? 20 CPS is the count you need to go in between these spikes. So like go in between the gaps. So in other words, this would be 20 CPS at 4 times speed. And since
Nice.
some spam players are able to do that, that proves to be very, very useful.
Speak. That is
And I can't
insane.
really do that because I can only do it in like a small burst.
So I have an interesting thing. So the in the first 5 minutes when we posted that community post, the guy called Swag the one that has like your most popular Whizkid05 clips that are inhuman, his question was very interesting. It was, how does Whiskey feel about me that I made a video about him almost a year ago?
Well, first of all, when the video first came out, there was a typo, and I thought it was really funny, and I still call the video that to this day. Whizkid05 being inhumane.
I mean, you kind of are inhumane, but not gonna lie, think about it.
Yeah, but yeah, the video itself, I don't mind the existence of the video, but I wish it didn't get as popular as it did. No hate to the original creator, but that video getting popular kind of
Then,
made so many people just believe, whoa, he's the spy!
whoa,
And it just,
relax, buddy. I was gonna ask also, like, why is your mic so like sensitive? Because like whenever I watch your streams, I'm either getting like an attack on my ears by the fact that your keyboards are like, you just have it like at like sensitivity -30, like you can hear everything.
yeah, I don't know what's up with it. I've had this mic for like, I don't know how many years now, like
What mic is it
4
though?
years? It's a Toner Q9. It served me well for a while, but I guess now it's just
So,
gotten old.
I mean,
Because I mean, I don't know. This happened a few times. You got like the like, but those buzzing noises that happen sometimes. Which
it happens to every mic. Don't worry.
yeah,
There is the proven fact of like if a mic is old enough, it's gonna happen. Like not even SM7B is safe from it. Nothing is safe from it.
but yeah. My mic, if my mic being the way it is, I don't really know how to fix it, so I apologize. But yeah,
It's fine.
It was basically that video getting popular did kind of
Hurt you inside.
make again. It's not the fault of the creator itself. It's just the number of people who found out about me through that. How many of them get the wrong impression of me, assuming that spam is all I do, or assuming I'm the best spam player, and a lot of them are very young, and those people can be quite annoying because they will ask me questions that are either ridiculous or unanswerable, and I get those so much. The number of times I have been asked to verify levels that are just humanly or physically impossible. Like, I don't know what they're expecting.
You know, I can't. How much verified levels do you have? I need to understand if this question makes sense to me or not.
Like current verifications.
Yeah, how much have you verified?
Oh, how much have I verified? Like, okay, I have verified.
Like all I need is just a number, so I can understand if the next two questions make sense. You know.
I have 18 verifications right now that I have gone through with and beaten and verified, and they're out.
Okay, now that's interesting. Your favorite verified level? You can only
Um,
pick one. I'm gonna. This question is picky. Next one, I'm not gonna be as picky for
do
it.
you need, because there's two different categories. Do you want level wise or do you want gameplay wise?
Rank both.
Level wise, Menace. I fucking love Menace as a level. The gameplay wise, though, it's honestly a harder pick. I hate to. This is gonna sound fucking stupid. The
Stupid.
fucking grains of sand is up there. Like, I had such a
mean,
good experience with grains of sand. It was actually surprisingly fun to beat. And I think in terms of gameplay, I just barely preferred it to some of the other ones. But yeah, Menace as a level is definitely, it's still currently my favorite level on the list. Like, not gameplay wise, but just as a level. It's so unique. I like Manny Heffley's mind. I like what he does. It's awesome.
1 point question. Now,
What?
I said 1 point question. Akun.
Oh yeah, no, I like Bubawamba. Yeah.
Okay. Now we're getting to the next spicy one, which like I kind of like how I made this, kind of expecting that half of these questions will have a long answer. Because bro, half of these questions are so jackass. Least favorite verified level that you've beaten.
Check Steam. Next question.
Is it both? Is it both gameplay and is it both like?
This is gameplay, to be fair. Level wise, I don't know.
I mean, check Steam. I mean, makes
Maybe
sense. I mean,
no, check Steam as like okay. Check
is
Steam
it
like as a level is like okay. I like
is it the coin
there's a
path?
lot of like little Easter eggs hidden in the deco, which I think are really cool. There's a lot of like it uses the song quite well, but the problem is the gameplay, and there was pretty much nothing I could do to save it because once again, it's a raw gameplay issue.
Wait, I forgot. Is the wave spam in checked Steam for the coin route or just normal route?
The mini wave is, but there if you don't get the coin, then you still have to go through. But it's a big wave and a slightly tighter course, which is still way easier. But you know, and what might come as a shock to people is that it's not the spams that are the problem. The spams are honestly the most fun part of it. The problem is that it feels like a buffed 3-star. So if you die to anything in the level, you feel like a shit player because every single thing in the level feels way easier than it actually is. And you just feel like a total dumbass the whole time, and it's frustrating as hell. Nothing in the level is really satisfying other than the spams because it doesn't feel like you're going through hard gameplay.
So what's this thing about becoming you a moderator? Like, how did it happen, and what was your reaction to it?
So my reaction, I was not expecting it at all, by the way, because I didn't even send an application for
There's
reference.
an application. Damn.
Yeah, there's a mod app. Yeah, but I didn't apply. One day, so the whole morning, because I remember what happened that morning. I woke up and I saw that I had 3 Twitter DMs. Now, it's very rare for DM notifications to work at all on Twitter. So the fact that I had 3 of them, I was like, okay, something big happened. My first instinct was that Dexdark got rated. And I was already like really happy about the idea of that. So I went to check the GDS, like the Jump to Dash server, and go into in-game events to see if Dexdark got rated. But instead, I noticed I had a ping. I had a ping in announcements, and I clicked on it, and suddenly I'm mod. And I was fucking speechless. Like, I had no fucking idea what to say. Like, it's not like they didn't do it without my consent or anything. Like, I had told other mods that I was interested in a position. So I guess they just sort of took that as like, he wants to be mod. And he would make a good one. So let's do that now. And they did, and I honestly like, to be completely honest, I'm still, even to this day, it doesn't feel real. Like, I'm still surprised by it.
Do you still accept like
fact,
DM requests of levels?
yeah. Sometimes I look at DMs. I get a lot of messages because obviously
Yeah, I mean
before I
since you're
became
a
a mod,
mod, like uh,
yeah,
I
it
know
was a
that
lot
feeling.
easier to manage DMs before I was a mod because of the fact that like I typically get less off them. But now I get a lot of, "Can you play my level, sir? Sir, please, sir, send my level." And a lot of them, like, I am kind of mocking that voice there, but honestly, like, a lot of them are really cool, and I don't mind people sending me levels because a lot of the time they're levels I
Yeah.
really like.
Like,
But there's a lot of them, and it's really
that's the
hard to
problem.
get through everything. That's the problem.
Like, there was a point where I had like 150 levels that I was gonna send to mods, but then every single mod just fucking blocked my ass because, like, I asked, you know, like, do you have like a form or something? Like, no, just send me in DM. So I send like 10 levels every week, you know, it's like if they play, whatever.
Hmm.
And there was a point where I sent all the levels to one guy, and he was just like, no, blocks my ass. Not gonna name
Did
who.
you
You know who you are.
did you send them as a document, or did you send them like one by one?
No, I sent them as like a document. I sent a document of
Okay.
like every level description, how long is like what is this? If there's like a video need, like I sent like a neatly packed one. And
Yeah.
one thing that I've been asked a lot ever since they knew I was gonna interview anyways. They were like, ask him to send Last Dance. I said that's impossible because the guy quit and he can't edit the one thing that was added after he verified level, which is basic. Like you could, if I mean after the call, if you're interested, I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. It's the one reason why level can't be sent and you can't edit it unless I get like an elder mod to kind of be like, yo, can you delete this so this can get rated?
Yeah.
But also outside of that, it's kind of like you can never open your DMs again.
Hmm.
I mean,
I will say, like, unless they like spam it all the fucking time, I'm never gonna block someone for giving me a level. I will just say that now, just in case like anyone's worried about. I don't care. Like,
I
you can
feel like
send me a level if you
I feel
want to
like
send me a level.
I feel like people are just too scared nowadays to text anyone. Like the
That's the
fact
thing. Is like yeah,
like the fact that people message me like, yo, can you ask Kawaki this? I'm like, bro, Kawaki's DMs are open. He's gonna answer you if you just message him. Just say the shit that you're gonna say. Like you don't need a middleman. Like you know just
there have been like a number of times where people have gotten excited about the fact that I responded to them, and that's like, it's a nice feeling, you know. Someone looks up to me enough to be excited about me talking to them, sure, but it's not a flex. Like, I respond to pretty much anyone who asks me a reasonable question or wants to say hello. Unless there have been a couple times where people have sent me DMs and I just genuinely do not know how to respond. Like, they'll send me just a complete gibberish line, or they'll send me like a random image, and I just don't know what to do. Like, what
yeah.
do I say?
I
Like, I don't.
I do that a bit too much, bro. No, I mean I
And
don't
yeah,
reply messages even if I add somebody, I like rarely message them unless it's like really needed.
yeah.
I I tend to say like I forget, but it's all in quotations. I just don't message everybody.
Oh no, I genuinely do forget. Like, I made a tweet on Twitter a bit ago about um the fact that I don't mind people shooting me reminder DMs, because a lot of the time when I don't respond, it genuinely slips my mind. It's not a case of I don't want to respond. It is a case of I just genuinely forgot, and I don't like. There, yeah, sure. There's some times where I just don't know how to respond, and if you want like a response and like ask for clarification, sometimes I'll say sorry, I just didn't know how to respond. But the problem is, even in reminder DMs, sometimes I miss them. But you know, I don't mind people who keep trying, as long as it's like within reason. If you're not like absolutely flooding my inbox, even if you send me a reminder DM like once a day until I respond, I don't mind that, because a lot of the time it's just I forgot, and I don't mind if you have a reasonable question and you want an answer. I don't mind that.
Yeah, like I mean, there was a point where I was scared to message people because like when I was starting out this like a interview series that I call it interview because like it's technically just like me and somebody else having a nice conversation and just ask the most stupidly asked questions for that person and that's it. Like it's just an
Yeah.
interview. Like
Yeah.
but then like people get jealous. That's like it's understandable, but like it's not that hard to reach you out. You know, it's not like it's
I
possible.
I get jealous all the time as well. Don't worry. Like even when you're like high, I mean, there's jealousy, and then there's also like I don't know what the opposite of jealousy is, but it's the idea of like I have too much because there's a lot of there is. If I was like a couple years ago, you'd tell me this, and I'd be like, "What the f- are you saying? That's awesome!" But there's
Envious.
some people who like, and it's usually unfortunately children who will fucking worship me that I am like, guys, he's the best player in the world. He can do anything. He's like Jevil from Delta. Like, it's like
By the way,
when there's a large number of those kinds of people, the problem is that that kind of gets normalized in my head. Those unrealistic expectations, and then I internalize them, and then it fucks me over because all of them are unrealistic. And my brain is suddenly not as satisfied as it used to be. Like the game mentally has gotten harder as I've become a more well-known player
yeah, because it's like
because of things like this.
expectations. You.
Yeah. Getting nominated for best player twice, as much as I appreciate the sentiment, I wouldn't have really wanted that because of the whole idea of like I realistically shouldn't be there. Like you can make the versatility argument, but even with all of my versatility combined, I still don't beat the raw skill ability that like the highest end players have.
I mean,
And I think yeah, sorry, go
I
ahead.
no, like all I was gonna say is I do think that you nominating is still more or less something that like goes over people's minds. Like it's not something that like you have to be like the best of the best. It is like who's an outstanding person of like that year. Like it's not
Yeah,
like you don't have to have like fucking Acheron 100 times completed to have like a
yeah.
chance of being like the nominated action. Like I mean
Like
if you win it, then you kind of have to think about like did I actually deserve it? Like you nominated and
yeah.
you won. Like you have your competition is here and you're like bottom. And if you win,
Hmm.
that's like that's the expectation. Kind of.
There's like the votes that I got in the last one, the fact that I overtook Tricken votes is just like um I I
I mean,
I don't think so actually. But then there was also like I kind of wish they stuck to this. In the first half of the forums for 2025 awards, they changed the category to favorite player instead,
yeah.
which
I mean,
would have been a much better idea because best player is a lot more like set in stone. Favorite player is a different thing. And that has less of like the you are the best skill wise implication to it.
what?
You know what I mean?
Yeah. God damn, this is a stupid question. Um, what motivates you to grind jam rush out as much as you do?
Literally, I enjoy the game. There's not really anything else to it. I just like playing the game. And I'm motivated to play levels because I enjoy playing them. I will admit, and just for the sake of full transparency, I have gotten less motivated, but that's not the fault of the game. That has just been my mindset being on a decline in general. But the reason I play the game is because I still enjoy it. Like I love the game. It's my favorite game. I like a lot of levels in the game. And that's really it. That's just like I just like playing it. Like I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, some people have like the weirdest motivations. I remember seeing one of my friends. The only reason he grinds out GD is because he broke his hand. He couldn't play Osu for like 2 months, so he just went into GD, practically quit like next month, but then he came back and started grinding extremes. And I don't know where the fuck he disappeared, bro.
There's like two things that I have a big problem with in this community when it comes to like mindset. Sunk cost fallacy is such a big problem and it's insane. The mindset of I'm too far in now to quit really shouldn't be a thing cuz like the game is supposed to be fun. You could just be playing a level that you enjoy better. But no, you're locking in on this one singular level that is destroying you. And not, I don't mean like you're struggling on the level like physically, or if you're like taking a while to beat it or anything. I mean you're forcing yourself to play a level you despise.
I mean,
And sure, I have done this before. Like, I get it. Usually in the cases where I do it, though, there's an external factor keeping me on it. For example, I made a deal with a friend. Or, for like, checked Steam, for example, that was a level literally made for me. But I just... If a level sucks, and you've given it a good go, then there's really no shame in dropping it. Or even just postponing it. Even if it's a specific level you really want to finish, there's nothing wrong with just saying, I'll come back to this later, and then playing a level that you have a better chance of enjoying. I'm not saying to just do a practice run if you don't like the level and drop it then. I want to emphasize as much as possible that I still want people to give the level a good chance. So don't be like, I'll use a specific example that I've seen a lot about. Limbo but Woo, I guess, I don't know, is so bad because you can't see as well as you normally can, and it's just,
yeah, I
you
remember
don't know how it plays.
I remember botting that, but that was like that was the worst like experience of botting I've ever
Yeah.
had for like I spent 3 hours. Because like
Yeah.
half the clicks
Sure.
are invisible, so it's like you're just basically guessing half the time.
But sure, half of the, like, it gave me a practice, like, doing a practice from that level gave me a headache. But that says absolutely nothing about how it actually plays. I'm not gonna let that impact my judgment, and I want to go for the level because I'm interested in how it actually plays. If it turns out bad, sure, I won't play it. But it might also be a very enjoyable experience. There's been plenty of times in the past where I have gone into a level thinking I would hate it, and then ended up loving it, and vice versa. You can't really guess how a level will be based on first impressions, and I don't like the number of people who try to do that. I think, and then there's a lot more to it when it comes to like good mindset to have and like what to do to improve your experience, but that's something for a later day. But I just like seeing people give things a chance, and I like seeing when people don't force themselves necessarily through a whole experience, because like Frigid Journey. Frigid Journey was a level that was originally in my unrated appreciation project, and I dropped it because even I died to the last click. That's a point where a lot of people would just say, "No, I want to beat this anyway." But why? Like I hated playing that level. I'm not gonna spend more time on a level that I despise playing. I'm going to use my time to play a level that I like more, because I don't want to go through that.
I mean, my main motivation for beating Neo in the first place was it was like fast progress. First day 40 something, second day 60 something. Third day I died to fucking 92. I was like, okay, I'm gonna take a break from this. I was like, nah. Like
Yeah.
for 4 days straight, I just kept dying past 60% like 80 times. I was like, dude, fuck off. Like if I beat in day 3, it would have been the best experience I've had in GD outside of idols. And then it became the worst thing I've ever done in my life.
Getting unlucky on a level usually will not impact my experience on a level, other than like my mindset of I would like to move on now. But there's a difference between me thinking that I would want to move on and me playing the level and enjoying it.
Yeah.
If it's a level I have a positive experience of, regardless of how unlucky I get, I will still have fun. For example, Golden Club. I got pretty unlucky on that. I still gave it a 10 out of 10. Same with Nostalgia, because those levels were just so fun that I genuinely just didn't mind. I would die really far in and be like, I get to play more of the level. Yeah, like, you know.
You don't really hear that nowadays anymore, do you?
No, still do. For like 10 out of 10 levels, I still feel that way.
No,
But
no, I mean like in general in the community. Like they die, they fall,
yeah.
they're like, I'm a gay man, I wanna be your fucking little nigga. Like, bro, just
So in other words, they turn into Eric Cartman.
true.
But yeah, I also like I want to clarify this. I don't mean ill will to anyone who genuinely struggles with like sunk cost fallacy. I'm not saying that people are bad people for falling into that. I get it. It's a very common mindset. But what I'm also saying is that it shouldn't be normalized. I think it's something that we should instead encourage people to not be in. And there's a difference between like never give up
I just give
and
up.
just actively forcing yourself through something that realistically isn't worth it, considering you can get the same result for a better experience if you just handle it better. Like,
Yep.
there really isn't a reason to force yourself through a grind, and like with no breaks either, because there's a lot of people who like refuse to even postpone the level.
Yeah. I mean,
It's just not it.
like video wise, you can postpone it. Levels, some people just have like this addiction to just grind it out.
Like the people who are addicted to stats and the idea of like list points or stars is just
Yeah.
why? Like at
Like,
that point, why are you playing the game? If you
yeah,
want to see a number go up, who
like
play
I,
Cookie Clicker or Adventure
dude,
Capitalist?
dude, that reminds me how much like I've been resetting my stats for like, I think the last 6 years. Every single time I reach 10k stars, I usually reset. Up until I was like,
Mm.
fine, fuck it, I'm gonna have 2k stars. Fuck it, I'm gonna sit there for like maybe a couple of years. Like I don't grind out 6 stars. They're so boring to me. Like I'd rather grind out the shitty list, which I've been doing, because I enjoy that more than playing Extreme Demons.
Yeah, I just like, as I said before, I'm just kind of in a mindset of I just play whatever I want.
Yeah.
I don't care if a level is 6-star or extreme. I don't care if a level is rated or unrated. I don't care if it's 2-player, platformer, classic, minigame. I will play whatever I damn well please. I just feel like doing that, you know? Like if I like a level, I'm going to play the level.
Okay, I'm gonna go through the community post because there's a lot of this questions that we both answered and some
Mhm.
interestingly formatted questions. Is the most asked question is, does he do DM requests?
Yes.
How do you play GD dual levels separate control with just one hand? It's
Hmm?
he's probably talking about like how do you like if you play like a 2 player level, how do you play with like one hand, not like two, which
I don't know. I'm not really good at individual fingers. Like if you want advice on that, go talk to Marco Cito. They are a Spanish player who is also really good at the game, who honestly deserves some more recognition. They are someone who beats 2-player levels with almost exclusively one hand. Like he's beaten Codep, by the way, for reference, and he does use a second hand for some things, but for the most part it's all just like 2 fingers, one hand, which is, from my perspective, nuts.
it is it.
But it
Oh, I
works for
forgot.
them.
I thought it was the other guy, but I remember the guy was playing his side device like this. I thought he was playing like this. I remember seeing
Yeah,
this. I thought that he was playing like this the whole time, like the, like how you play Osu.
yeah. I'm like, it's the same reason. Like, I'm not good at butterfly clicking either. Like, my individual fingers aren't too good. It's more like, you know.
You're just getting too old, egg. So who's this wise guy 10? There's like in
Oh, Wise Guy 10.
so many questions asked. Like, who is wise guy 10? I'm like, bro,
Okay, so
give me
do
the
you do
lore.
you know about this?
I mean, I asked. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so basically, someone made a pretty funny video. I have to lie. Or sorry, I can't
I
lie.
have to
I
lie.
watched the
Okay,
whole thing.
go lie.
It is. It's sorry. It's a parody documentary video of like a verification race on a
Oh
really like
yeah. Oh
shitty
yeah.
layout level
Oh,
called
yes.
Hilkomani.
Oh
And
yeah. I remember
Wise
this.
Guy 10 was the person who ended up verifying the level, and then eventually the same creator of that video made another video exposing Wise Guy 10. I think it was really funny.
I mean, I remember seeing the GD verification documentaries. Be like, that's like the first video that I saw. I was like,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, just fuck it. I showed
Yeah.
Ender that, and he was like, yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
Also, as a side note, as ridiculous as it sounds, I am convinced that Hilkomani is humanly possible. Like you can beat. There is a like the like overly spam. I don't know if you'll know this, but I'm just saying for anyone who might. The overly spammy wave has a humanly possible route through it.
Yeah, I
The
know.
Yeah, it would be like fucking
I mean,
ridiculously hard. Like it'd still be top one, but
yeah.
it's probably possible. Like I could see someone beating that at some point.
Bro, I love this question. Introduce yourself, gang.
Introduce myself, gang.
Yeah, bro. I mean, you gotta introduce yourself. I mean, that's the
Well,
question.
yeah, I'm Whizkid. I've been. I mean, I've talked a lot about myself during this interview because I mean it's kind of the concept of an interview.
Mm,
But what can I say? I'm 19 years old. I live in Scotland. I have a job. which I recently got, which makes it kind of difficult to balance GD and work life
No
sometimes,
way.
and also like real life stuff as well. Like I do have friends that I hang out with. I um currently have way too many projects on my hands. I have like 10 upcoming verifications or something, and then like 50 fucking projects on top of that that I want to work on. Bubawamba being one of them, by the way. I have not dropped that level. I have not dropped it. Stop asking me if I've dropped the level.
You heard it here first. Ooh. Do you spam audio portal? The fuck is that? Is this
It's a reference to removed
is
submission,
huh? What did
or
you what
All
did,
I Do Is Spam by Broken Disc. That's the song. It's yeah, just a
just an inside
but
joke.
no, I do not. I do not spam the audio portal as I think I have a Newgrounds account. I haven't like logged into it in fucking forever. Nor have I uploaded anything on it.
You know,
But
I've
you know, I wouldn't mind uploading Newgrounds stuff from time to time. It'd be nice to make like cover songs for people.
I'll be 100% real. The last thing I ever expected Sobstra to ever say is, I want to know if Whizkid gets hella game with the fingers. Brother.
I'm just not gonna answer that. I'm just not answering that one.
And then got the response of like, Paper Guy wins. Also, what's this beef with you and Paper Guy? Like,
There's no,
like,
no. Me
like,
and Paper
like,
Guy are really chill with each other. I
like
think a lot of people put us
yeah,
against each other because we're both like,
that's
we're both well known for our spam ability. And I'm just gonna come out and say this because this really shouldn't be a debate. But Paper Guy is like, his spam skill is leaps and bounds above mine. The only thing I could possibly have over him is, as I said before, versatility with my like stupid niche spam skill sets. But they are one of the spam players who can comfortably spam at 20 CPS. And as I mentioned before, how important that is and why I can't really do that kind of thing. But yeah, he is a much better spam player than I am, and I don't like people comparing us when it really shouldn't be a comparison.
do you enjoy being a moderator?
Yeah, I love it
And
because
and
like
it's like
before
and
being
it's like a slash. Do you send a lot of levels a day or like in like a
depends
bunch?
on the day. Some days I do, some days I am busy.
Some
But I love being a moderator. As before becoming a mod, I was very passionate about unrated levels and wanted to like, strive and fight for levels that I believe were robbed to be rated. And now that I am someone who is a moderator, I can now help with that, and I'm really happy about that. I love the fact that I can like beat an unrated extreme and now send it. Like it's awesome.
How big are your standards on like sending levels?
Standards will vary from mod to mod. I think some so I don't value how technically impressive a level is more so than other aspects. Like for example, I would not have given Rage Quit Mythic. I like originality, I like song representation, I like core ideas and how the creator respects and develops them. I
Yeah.
like atmosphere. Uh, Also, just for reference, the song choice doesn't really matter that much to me as long as it's represented well. Like, I have sent levels using songs I hate, but can appreciate how well they're used.
Yeah.
I, but yeah, I've only sent like a couple levels for Mythic. There are levels that I would have sent for Mythic had they not been rated before I get to them. Like I think one of the biggest examples is Video by Maxerman. I would have sent that for Mythic. Oh, yes, another thing I should mention is that uh, I'm stricter on shorter levels. Medium length levels I tend to be a lot harsher on because obviously there's less content in them.
I mean, yeah.
Realistically, I don't see myself sending any medium length level for Mythic. I don't think there's anything you could do in under a minute to make me see it on like a Mythic level.
I mean,
XXXXL levels, however.
I feel like nothing. I feel like the whole like legendary and mythic levels. I feel like people just try too hard now. They all look the same. I'll be 100% like there's some that like outstand, but they all look just so same.
There's
like epic levels, dude. One day you have an epic that's garbage, then you have a good one. This fucking empty, and it's epic. How?
I don't mind. Okay, again, I don't mind levels that are. It's not. If a level is empty, it very much depends on the context. Sometimes I don't mind. Sometimes it does feel like, yeah, you could probably have done more here.
Yeah.
But there's a lot that it just kind of varies from level to level, and you kind of have to judge on an individual basis. But I do want to kind of talk about like XXL levels as well, because I fucking love XXL levels. Like one of my mythic sends was before machinery, which got it got legendary, but that's fine.
Yeah.
I I like it when they take the time to use a full long song and represent it really well while keeping it feeling fresh throughout the whole thing. I fucking love levels like that, man. Comatose. Oh my goodness, Comatose. I love that level so much.
Well, I mean, what can I tell you? I mean, I don't know, like. I feel like outside of like the community post, the only next question is just the same thing. It's like, what got you interested into spam? That's the only question that still makes sense.
Yeah.
That still has
Nothing really got me into spam. That's the thing. I didn't really get into it. I just always could. And that's one of the problems is that people will ask me how to spam, and I don't know. Because I never had to learn how to spam. I was just able to spam. And if anyone wants like proof that the spam gene exists, hello, here I am. There was never a point in time where I really struggled to be like, oh, I just always could. Like I've just always been able to do that. I don't know what to say other than that. Other than I guess there is also the fact that I should mention this is slightly off topic, but spam and two-player are very different things. Just because you are good in one does not make you good in the other. I had to learn two-player from the ground up like anyone else would. I was not naturally gifted in two-player. I am still not naturally gifted in two-player. My left hand's weak as shit. The only reason why I can spam is because I'm using my right hand to help guide it. When I'm doing inputs on my left hand by itself, the CPS on it sucks ass. I died to 90% in codependence because my left hand couldn't keep up with the CPS of the ball clicks. And it kind of frustrates me when people assume that I'm ambidextrous or that my left hand is somehow really strong, and they use that as an excuse to not try two-player because they think that you have to be a certain way to do them. No. Like, you don't have to do that, man. Like, and a lot of them are fun as fuck as well. And it just makes me really sad.
I'm gonna quote unquote say something interesting that I was told by Blue. Is like he has autism too, and he said autism is like the only reason why he's so good at the stuff that he does. And I was gonna say maybe that's why you're good at two-player and spam.
No. I can't say for spam. I will say there's a lot of misconceptions about autism. I will say this right off the bat. Autism does not give you fucking superpowers. Like, it can make you better at some things. Like, for example, I'm more naturally inclined with maths. I am bad at maths right now, but that's only because I've forgotten a lot of, like, things about it.
Also, like
I can learn maths fast.
So if
However,
if I ever need help with math, they're gonna help me in math. Yeah, it's like balls.
You need to teach me how the thing works first. But once I know, like, you know what I mean.
Trust me, I don't know how that works, bro. That's we're gonna be learning, bro, from the ground.
English is one of my worst subjects in comparison. I am fucking terrible at like reading between the lines and like symbolism and metaphors like that. I was fucking horrible at that shit. I still am. I tried to I dropped English on two separate occasions because it was genuinely just too hard for me at the level that I was trying to take it at. But you know, I don't know. Talking about autism sometimes feels weird because it feels like
it's sometimes
I have like imposter syndrome with it, where it's like even I don't fully understand everything it does and how it impacts me. but there's like things to consider. Like it's a spectrum. Not
I
every
mean,
single person is going to be impacted by the same way. Like I don't like the idea that people will be like, "Oh, this guy likes trains. You have to like trains to be autistic." It's just shit like that, or like, "Oh, my cousin's autistic and he does such and such. You don't do that, so you must not be."
yeah, it's
That's just
like
not how the shit works.
it's
Like,
literally like I'm gonna give a very horrid comparison. It's like saying that someone who does like who edits videos for a living is the same as someone who records them.
Mhm.
Two
the
different
only
things.
the only things I think autism might genuinely have an impact on in GD, there's one positive and there's one negative. The positive being my motivation, my passion and drive for the game may just stem from the fact that it's my hyperfixation. Like, I fucking love the game. It's been a part of me for ages, and I'm still super into it. Even despite my general demotivation of anything, I would still say that this is one of the things I'm more motivated about.
I mean, imagine going
But the
to like
negative, and probably one of the bigger ones that seems to be a big misconception, is that I am slow. I process information like noticeably slower than the average person, and as a result, like I needed like assistance in a lot of like my academic studies and stuff like that. I needed support for learning, and for GD, this also has an impact because you got like things like my muscle memory doesn't develop in the same way that it would for most. I'm not saying this is like 100% certain, by the way. There's probably like neurotypicals who are impacted in a similar way, but I'm just saying this is how I think it would impact me. But yeah, like learning's a struggle for me. So you've got like raw skill levels, like super, like for example, Super Hate Me World taking me like less time to beat than like a beginner extreme. You get situations like that just because it's not even like the beginner extreme is super learny either. It's not like memory or anything. It's just if a level is fast paced and I can't like process everything I'm doing, I will struggle immensely. Like Orwa took me longer to beat than shit like fucking Truefit or Hard Machine, and that's not even on the list anymore. Like, it's just
yeah.
I do try to like balance my difficulty opinions around that idea as well, but I genuinely do struggle more with fast paced levels or muscle memory based levels because I just have it weaker. It develops slower, and a lot of the time I need to rely more on neuroplasticity or sleep buff in order to actually get anywhere. And I can't lie, I am really envious of the people who can just do like Kaza. I envy the fuck out of Kaza. I can't lie. Like the fact that they learn levels so fast, man. I don't know how they do it. Or like Ryclix. Ryclix is fucking one of the fastest learners I've ever seen. It's fucking ridiculous.
Oh, the sound came from your mic. Like I heard like not I heard like a beep and then I heard like someone talking. I was like,
That was my fan. Sorry. No
oh,
one no one else is in the
bro,
house.
dude. I look thought it was again like my head's been giving me such
Yeah.
a fucking headache. So I was like, that's
Don't
just
worry.
it's like
Sorry,
playing.
I was just a bit warm.
Nice, but why are you
Yeah.
apologizing? I gotta
Well,
apologize
because
soon. I have two more questions in me, and then I'm like
look,
going off of like
yeah,
God knows what,
I
bro.
should be specific. I know a lot of the time I apologize for things that people might see as silly or like, why did you apologize for that? But I just feel more comfortable in being able to clarify that me and someone else are on the same page because a lot of the time I will word things in ways that I don't want to word, or I will act in ways that make me come across in ways that I don't intend to come across. Even during this interview, I'm sure I probably worded things in a way that I might come across as a way I don't intend. And that's just something I kind of, you know.
You know,
So it just like it makes me more comfortable if the other people are aware of this because it means I'm going to be less worried about fucking up what I'm trying to say.
that's fine. I will only apologize to you if you accept my friend request on Discord. Is what a lot of people. It's so funny just how easy it is. Like sometimes all I have to do is like, I'll take your apology if you had me as a friend, and everyone's like, no. I'm like, thank God, bro.
Yeah, no,
But
no,
like,
no. I don't do bribery. Like Fucking, there's been a few times where people, dude, oh my fucking god, there was a guy who, okay, story time. Here we go.
Oh hell yeah,
There
bro!
was a
Thank God.
guy. I'm not gonna name names for obvious reasons, but this guy obviously hacked Slaughterhouse. Like, it was so obvious, and they try to give me a completion video as well. It had a fucking red sheet indicator in it.
Bro, that's what the fuck. What?
And he was so defensive. And then they DM'd me and they were like, okay, I'll admit I'm hacking if you give me a shout out on your YouTube channel. I'm like, no!
That is
No, why would I do that?
that is actually funny. I need more people to do that because that's so fucking stupid. The only reason I ask the people both I interview and the people I talk to on Discord to add is not because I like want to make my list huge. It's just like if you just say no, it's a no. That's it. Then I can just remove that sent request, so I don't have to look at it again. I just have like a pending.
I feel
I've-
really bad about rejecting requests. I have like over 1,000 pending friend requests. I just feel I
yeah.
don't want to be rude.
No, like the only reason I add them is because at some point I know that I'm either gonna do like a video with them or I have a plan to do something with them. So I just keep them in there. So if I see they ever accept, I'm gonna be like, okay, well something will work out. You know, like it's like I don't have like a it's not too. I'm making it sound so complicated, but it's just like if I
No, I get what you
let's-
mean. Like, you're fine.
Like if I send you a friend request, like I don't send you because you're Whizkid. I'm like you're an interesting guy. I talked to you for a bit, and like in the last call, fanatic fucking guy send a friend request. That's it. You know, if accept. If it stays there, fuck it, who cares?
Yeah.
I feel like people should just stop this. Like caring too much about a friend request is insane. Like, oh, Whiskey didn't
Yeah.
add me as a friend. I'm the most dedicated viewer. I have sent him $1,000. You sent 1,000. Like
it's
what are you supposed to do?
it's a weird situation because I obviously very much do appreciate the people who are like really look up to me, and it like again, this is a matter that like a few years ago it would have been fucking like I'd be fucking mind boggled by where I am now. Like, there's no way I'd believe you. Like, I remember when I was like in primary school, like thinking like it'd be cool to be a YouTuber, but then it's like that was always kind of in the back of my head as an unrealistic goal, and now I'm here and I'm like, how? And also why? And also how? And what? Like,
Yeah, like I feel like that there comes a point where like you kind of slowly run out of content, so you kind of just like you sit there like, oh, what do I do? What do I do?
yeah, I don't. I'm not. I don't actually really think I'm really prepared for a large audience. I know it's weird to hear me say this, but like I think
I mean,
I feel like some poor people might have noticed this as well. I don't really feel. I kind of feel like I'm in a similar mindset as to what I was when I was like,
you don't
less
feel like
popular. The
yourself.
only thing that's really impacted me is my own expectations of myself, and that's
Yeah.
that's impacted me in its own ways. But in regards to like, I've kept in touch with everyone who I was friends with back then. I have, I always try to be open with people and transparent because that's what I just kind of thought to myself whenever like when I became more known, it was kind of like, what would I have wanted from someone who is well known back before I was well known? What would I have wanted them to do?
Yeah.
What I wanted to see from them? And I think one of those things is just being very open, and I like being personal with people. That's bad wording, but I like.
No, I mean no. The thing is,
It's weird to describe.
I know for a fact that people are not gonna make it to like the hour fucking Denmark. Like this is pretty good imposter syndrome. Trust me, I have it too. I tend to forget that I have people I can talk to, because like you're so in like your own bubble. You're like, damn, like I kind of want to message this guy, but like, do I really want to do it? You message somebody else, he doesn't respond. You're like, hey, whatever, Like sometimes you feel like you deserve it. Sometimes you feel like you don't deserve it. You got lucky, you don't got lucky. It's something that comes with like doing YouTube. I mean, it's not like
there is a lot of like notable flaws I have, but I always try to work on myself. And if anyone like, I just want to say this for the sake of saying, if anyone has a problem with anything I do, like reach out to me and tell. I won't be offended, as long as it's not like something like
I hear you verified anathema.
or like what's it called, like, I hate the fact that you respect people who are different from you. I am very homophobic or something like that. And
Yeah,
Like,
like I
I
mean,
don't. Obviously, no, I'm gonna stay the way I am in that regard. But if it's like, minor things like, hey, I question why you did this, or like you're coming across in such and such, or because I've had complaints before, and a lot of them are genuinely really reasonable. Like a lot of them have just been genuine, like, hey, I don't know if you're aware of this, but you came across in a kind of dick way here. And I'm like, oh, you know what? You're right. I'm sorry. I will try to be more aware of that because I am often not really super self-aware of my own actions. But we're getting better by the day.
I'm gonna ask the last two questions so I can close this notepad. It's been on my screen, just waiting to be answered by the Mister. Calling you Mister feels weird. Like, still, it feels weird calling people Mister.
Mm.
Give me a fun fact about yourself. It can be inside GD, outside GD. Just a fun fact about yourself. You,
Fuck.
not the Whizkid. You.
Yeah. I figured. I'm just trying to think of something. I don't know. I feel like whenever I'm asked these questions, I feel like I'm put on the spot to think of something like really cool. It's like
Oh,
one day
oh
I
no, no.
saved a family of 4 from a burning house. No,
No,
I
no, no,
didn't.
no, no.
Like,
Trust me. I'm not putting you on the spotlight. No, I'm not putting you on the spotlight. I'm not.
uh, I don't. There's not really too much about me other than like what I've already said in this interview. I guess like what's like a funny story that I can tell. Uh,
Ooh, you haven't like.
I'm trying not to like
At this point,
get too
at this
personal
point, make
either.
a channel called Story Time with Whiskey.
I do have a lot of stories. I just need to like think about how I tell them. Oh, actually I could say this. I am a lucid dreamer. Or kind of. The majority of my dreams are lucid in that I'm aware I'm dreaming when I'm in them. Dreams are also my favorite topic of conversation, partially as a result from this, because I also remember the vast majority of my dreams. I fucking love talking about them because they're always so weird and interesting and different from like what goes on in real life. You never really expect what the fuck goes on. It's awesome. And when you're lucid, I don't know how many lucid dreamers are going to be listening to this as well. The experience of just fucking like exploring the subconscious mind that your brain has just fucking made is insane. Like you get this whole environment and you're just sitting there like, wow, how the fuck is my brain doing this, mate? And then you can fuck around as well. Like you can give yourself flight, you can give yourself like time powers, you can like just fuck around. Like I usually just take the time to like explore whatever environment my brain has created because it's always so interesting to me. Like what's it called? I remember like one time I see you're like searching the background there, but I'm assuming I'm still like audible and everything. But uh yeah, there was like which one is good? There have been a couple times where it's like my house, but then you go outside and then it looks similar, but then you look up and then the sky is entirely different. Like I had one instance where like the fucking floating islands from Terraria were just scattered around the sky, and Aurora Borealis was in the fucking background. It is fucking awesome to
Ooh,
see. I'm swearing like a sailor. That's my bad.
are you talking about the Portal 2 Borealis?
I don't know. I'm just talking about the like Northern Lights.
Motherfucker! You ruined my day. Look at this, bro.
Sorry, I have not played Portal
I got
2.
food brought to me. It's fucking kebab. Holy shit! There's
Nice.
some mustard on this.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the thing is, my brother doesn't really show himself, so I kind of had to do it anyways.
Yeah, no,
Or
that's completely
what
fair.
am I gonna
Yeah.
do? Turn off my game.
Yeah. It's a good thing. I feel like I don't know how good of a thing it is. I feel like I ramble a lot.
I mean, I enjoy when people ramble because at least I have something to talk about. Like, it isn't like the one
Yeah.
interview I had like as of recent. I ask a question, one fucking sentence, that's it. Next question.
Yeah.
20-minute interview. What the fuck is this? Like, I know it's gonna get 5 views, but the 5 people are gonna be interested in like you. Like,
Mm.
what do you expect me to do at that point? And I mean, last question from the notepad, and then we can either talk about anything you want, or you can call it quits if you want, depending on your time. Is what do you plan on future? What do you plan on doing in the future in geometry?
I feel like I could do a Yaku's World type shit with all the fucking projects I plan on doing. So I'll go over some major ones. Nullscapes is currently happening. I have 48 to 135 on it right now. I'm currently still making progress. Once that is done, we will be moving on to Teeth Fortress 2, finally, the level that everyone is also currently asking me about. Bubawamba, I have full intent on coming back to. It's just figuring out when I can pencil it back in. A lot of these other projects are stuff that I have planned months in advance or are just really important verifications. Bubawamba it's hard. I still don't think it's the hardest. I still think it's easier than Anathema, but it's still hard. Like, it's still considerably harder than Menace. So that's going to take me a while, and it's kind of a level that I would need to put more focus on rather than leaving it to be like a side project. And as a result, I'm just taking a break from the level until I can find the time to focus it to a satisfactory extent again, which may be a little bit. It may take a couple months, but I promise you I will come back to it. There's also like unrated levels that are not in unrated appreciation that I want to beat at some point. For example, Quantus Processing is one that I want to do at some point. There's also Based After Based. That's another big one. Those are like the two big hard ones, but there's also a lot of like smaller ones like Funky Amalgamation, Plastic Death. I might hop on No Love. And then there's also a lot of like, the rated ones like Dissonance and the Jet Engine. You've also got like let me have a look at. There's so many levels on the list that I want to do, man. There's too many.
Kyuki?
There's not really a lot of levels I'd be opposed to playing on the list other than like at least right now. Even Amethyst, which is like number 2 on the list and a level that I actively dislike, I would still keep an open mind when trying to play it. Because I am still a firm believer that you can never judge a level's gameplay before making progress. And I stand by that, and I'm not gonna. However, it's very unlikely that I'll play Amethyst anytime soon, because Thinking Space 2 interests me a lot more. Not even just because of the fact that it's above it, it's just a lot more interesting gameplay-wise. I can't lie.
Yeah.
It'll probably end up being my next hardest after Nullscapes.
I mean, unless you have something else you want to say, I have one more last question before I'm probably gonna call it quits on the interview.
Yeah, go
ahead. Who do you think is better, Popov or Zoink? This is an interesting debate that I've seen a lot, and you are the second top player that I'm asking this, since you're like very close to both of them.
Is one of the debates that I think has genuine merit to it. I think they are both really, really fucking good at the game. And honestly, I know Zoink has more by sheer achievements, but in terms of like what I've seen from them both in terms of raw skill, I'm saying in terms of way too much.
I mean, it kind of is in terms of like...
Yeah. I could honestly just see it, like, I can see the argument for either of them, honestly.
Yeah.
I think... I was gonna say I lean to more towards Zoink because of his willingness to, like, play stuff other than just the demon list, like, for example, Exasperation or, like, Ashley Wave Trials and shit like that. But Pop-Pop's like that as well. Like, they're both... They're both just really, really good players. I would say... Yeah, like, honestly, I'm just stumped. Like, there's not really one obvious answer for me in this debate. And I can see the argument for either of them.
This one is, I recently talked to Oddmod, like, out of pure spite, I was like, I'm a messenger, what's the worst that can happen? Not responding?
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason she has her DMs on message requests is because people are weird as fuck, because she's a female in the GD community.
Oh, yeah.
And people asking, when's the date happening with Zoink? The fact that it took like 2 weeks for her to find my DM and actually pick it up, I was like, 2 weeks? I expected like half a year. I'll be 100% real. It's not like, it's the same thing with like, I got lucky that I even could, like, you agree to this very fast in like the first 5 minutes of the conversation. Because usually it takes me like months to kind of get someone. Like, or even like weeks. It's kind of like, someone has contact to somebody. I ask that person asks them. They're like, no, maybe they consider after a while, they consider, but then again, good luck finding another way there, I kind of just do this more or less for fun. YouTube is just an interesting side gig that I do. I prefer more streaming, guys.
I mean, I haven't made enough content on YouTube to know, but in terms of like raw community, like, I'll just say this: there's a reason I don't stream on YouTube.
I know. I can't.
Yeah.
I can tell you that. I 100% agree with you. I'm gonna be real. I think it would be weird to say, but you're too good and too big to stream on YouTube for now. Like you're at the point where like your chat is gonna be just as fucked as someone like Connix now. Connix,
It's gonna be everyone asking me to do the spam, like the fucking, like, I don't know.
like
Even on
could,
Twitch, I get people asking me that.
I mean, you could also monetize it in a way if you think about it. $50.
I'm not okay. I'm saying this right now. No matter what it comes to, I am not selling out to like content farming. I'm not going down like the shorts forming spam clips shit. Like, I'm not doing that ever.
Yeah.
I will say, I have spoken about this publicly. I do plan on doing a short per month sometimes, but or not. I plan on eventually making a short per month, but for fun, and they will not be the brain rot stuff. They will be purely parodies, because I think they can be really funny. Like, for example, I'll just say like one I had the idea of, like, Geometry Dash, it gets harder, and then it's just me recording an unrated level getting rated harder and then being mildly, yep, there it is. Yep, it got harder.
That's wild, bro. That's wild. That's dedication.
Yeah, I don't know.
mean, I don't know if you're still gonna sit in the call with me for a bit after this, but do you have anything else to say before I click the stop recording button?
I'm not. But I mean, thank you for having me on here. Regardless, like,
Thank you for accepting the 15th best player job.
yes, I do enjoy interviews. My only concern for interviews is that I might come across as egotistical, but that is not my intention.
No. I hate talking about this so much because it feels so stupid. But even Matt Mart admitted to himself is he sounds so egotistical by the way that he speaks, like the way that he does stuff.
Yeah,
Dude, you've probably this was like the first time you ever seen like my channel stuff. He his most watched YouTubers of like I think it was last year or 2 years ago was himself. He rewatches his own stuff. 90% like no 80.
oh, there's nothing wrong with watching your own content. I'm just gonna
Like,
say that outright. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Like, you can. It's either you're proud of stuff you've made, or you're proud of your own accomplishments. Like, there's a difference between actively having an ego and just being genuinely proud of what you've done.
And I still find it funny that like he's like, I'm not egotistical, but I feel like it because I compare myself as being the best in like a genre. I'm like, you are the kind of the best, because it's not like everyone's gonna go out of their way to make fucking stuff that you do. You know, it's he's kind of doing what Blue did years ago. Like,
I wouldn't want to consider myself the best in anything without outright objective proof. I don't like the idea of trying to seem like the best when I am not.
I feel like the word "the best" is I think it's too high of a standard. Like, you don't have to be like the best. I hate that. I hate how nowadays you can't say, "Oh, I'm the best at this," and then you get like fucking 500 DMs being like, "No, this guy's actually, but no, this guy's actually, no, this guy's like, bro." The
to be fair,
the best doesn't mean
in
like.
fairness, those kinds of people are the only people who are like helping prevent like the Whizkid is the best spam player stuff from getting out of hand.
Yeah.
Like, even further.
I feel like I don't like when I first saw you, like at first I was like, you play kazoo, if I'm not mistaken. That's like something
you do. Yes, I do have a kazoo. I have it even like in front of me right now.
Bro has everything in front of him. Where is your girl? Where's the money? Where's the mansion? Where's the play? Play me something off the kazoo. I'm kind of curious.
Okay, hold on. Let me do this.
Oh.
Any requests?
I mean, just for old sakes, I can't fix you. Shit, it's OP.
Okay. gonna stop there.
Fire. That's I'm gonna be real, that's impressive. It's like I can't fix you from your head. It's like you made a cover on it.
Wow, really?
Wow, really, man.
I have like other kazoo covers. I was thinking of eventually making like a kazoo album at some point to like I don't know. I like giving people covers for songs I can actually make covers of. Like Breakcore beat Abyss of Darkness using a kazoo cover I made for him.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, like, it is. I feel like you're the best because you play geometry.
There is like I will say I know I was saying like earlier about like me not being the best instead of unless there's objective proof. I will say I do take some degree of pride of being able to say that I am the best player in Scotland. UK, yeah, I don't feel like the best player. Scotland, however, I do actually feel comfortable being able to say that. However, I do want to also like there is a lot of really chill people in Scotland. For example, Apex, who currently has the record for highest extreme count. They're really chill. You've also got like Valley. You've got like Ewan. I think there's multiple Ewans though. They're like just the GD Scotland community has been really nice, and I've enjoyed my time with them. They have a Discord server.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still kind of like surprised, like just how close I've been able to get to so many people. Like,
Yeah, I mean, like a lot of people are just like I've noticed this more and more. Sometimes all you gotta do is just reach out, and as long as it's reasonable, you'll be fine.
yeah, I mean, like reaching out to me is kind of sometimes I kind of don't like doing it, but sometimes I'm just like way too scared to do it because it's like what's the point of waiting like half a year for them to just be like no? I mean, okay, ghosting makes sense. But like, I mean, it's not like I ask stupid questions. It's not like I message you like, "Oh my god, add me as your friend so I can consider you as my friend." Like the fuck.
Hmm.
I don't know. I mean, I'm actually like out of things to really ask you because I've asked everything that people have asked, and
Yeah.
you don't have any fun time stories anymore. Just sad.
I probably could come up with some, but it would take me a bit to like think of how to tell them because a lot of them are just stuff like they're more simple stuff, and I feel like I'm giving myself a standard that realistically isn't hittable because it's stuff like one time I jumped off a fence, my foot got caught, and I broke my wrist, and to this day it's the only time I've ever fractured a bone.
Is it true though?
Shit like that. That is true. Yeah, I'm not like making this up. Like this
That's
is
wild.
you know.
What kind of food were
Or
you
there's
jumping? What kind of food were you jumping with, dude?
oh my god, there's like okay. What kind of? So basically, I was trying to climb over a friend's fence. It was not that tall of a fence either. I tried to jump off because I wanted to land on the ground as I had climbed over the fence, and my foot got caught in the fence, and I was close to face planting, but my wrist broke my fall. However, I then broke my wrist.
Nice one.
There's also like in terms of like silly, I don't know, like what is. Do you want me to keep talking about like silly stories, or you just want to move on?
I
It's up to you.
I mean, I can probably end it here, and then if we ever decide to do like a part two of like silly stories with Whizkid, might
Yeah,
consider. But yeah, I mean, I'm still not leaving the call. I just said goodbye to the episode. That's
yeah,
it.
that's fine.
I mean, all you gotta say is just goodbye for Wiz. That's
All right, take care, fellas. Thanks for chilling in this interview. Hopefully you'll have a good day or night or wherever it is for you, and I will see you all whenever I see you all.